good. Yeah, that's it.
You know, a lot of talking. He's trying to show that he's
Week great. You realize a ton of talks. He's attempting to show that he's a leader. He put on for individuals that he accompany think hooligans. And that's what's like yet. I'm letting you know that is the way you do. Is discussion it's an alternate monster before him intellectually. I feel like the battle won definitely. I feel like the battle won intellectually, currently cuz, like I'm doing all that I wanted to you realize Gervonta Davis has released his fighting film with Blunt Martin making huge buzz in the boxing local area. In addition, Gervonta, as of late, sent off a blistering assault on Eddie Hearn, naming him a snake in a suit. He likewise defended Ryan Garcia, following Garcia's new good test for Pete's recently Hearn, proposed the possibility that Haney should seek after the annulment of his loss, considering Ryan's test results. Should this work out as expected, Haney would return to his unblemished 31-0 record, actually cleaning away the lowness of his misfortune. Discussing this issue, Devin said Eddie is a snake in a suit that is all he let Conor Ben test good. And he was all the while going to allow him to battle Pervin. Said that Hearn's warrior Dillian White was permitted to battle in the wake of testing good. He added Dillian White after he tried good. I didn't have the foggiest idea about that he's a snake brother, he's terrible for business. When inquired as to whether he'd be keen on battling Conor Ben, another of Hearn's contenders, he added yes on the off chance that he's off that yet. No on the grounds that I can't believe Eddie Hearn you can't. By any stretch of the imagination, he's a snake in a suit. Seems as though the confrontation between Tank Davis and Conor Ben won't effortlessness our screens at any point in the near future. Honestly, I question American devotees were enthusiastically expecting such a crash of crisscrossed extents, even preceding Ben's lamentable experimental outcomes. The craving for such a session among us fans appeared to be fairly deficient with regards to, in the meantime, Javen's vocal help for Ryan Garcia in the midst of the debate encompassing his medication results adds one more layer of interest to the continuous story in the boxing scene. Davis' comments shed light on the planning of the experimental outcomes and bring up issues about the thought processes behind their delivery. John said, I'm supporting Ryan in light of the fact that a ton of fighters are going at him. It required 72 hours for the test to emerge after the battle. For what reason didn't it come out that Tuesday they held on until the Canelo battle to push that he had something in his declaration that it required 72 hours for the test results to surface? After the battle with Devin Haney features an apparent defer in the divulgence cycle by addressing why the outcomes weren't made public, before he hints a purposeful timing pointed toward boosting the effect of the disclosure. The juxtapose with the Canelo battle, a high-profile occasion in the boxing schedule, recommends an essential endeavor to profit by the spotlight for most extreme openness. Also, Davis challenges the account encompassing Garcia's presentation against Haney, bringing up apparent blemishes, the contention that he displayed improved strength or execution because of the supposed utilization of steroids, by differentiating Garcia's presentation against Haney. With his own session against him, Davis suggests that any benefit acquired from execution improving substances would have been obvious in Garcia's rawness, and in general execution anyway. As per Davis, Garcia's exhibition didn't line up with assumptions on the off chance that he had to be Shervin utilizing them. He added, when they pushed that Devin was on ESPN, that late evening advancing that Ryan looked more awful against Haney than against me, he was only a greater individual, a lot more slow on the off chance that Ryan was on something he would have had block hands. And everything would have areas of strength for Ben. Davis isn't getting involved with any of those areas. He sees it obviously Haney's only unacceptable and excessively neglectful of ruin Ryan's assault of left snares all through the whole match. Additionally, Gervonta voiced his evaluate of Devin Haney's presentation, crediting his loss against Garcia to his fixed position, which left him powerless against rehashed, passed-on snares all through their session. Haney's never-ending tendency to stay fixed played straightforwardly into Ryan's approval, as his mastery lies in conveying quick and strong short left snares. Devin stayed inside Ryan's striking reach over the course of the late evening, neglecting to adjust in the wake of being shaken in both the underlying and 7th rounds. Haney might have carried out changes at the start to avoid Ryan's strong left snare, yet unfortunately he couldn't do as such because of his propensity to secure Haney's procedure vigorously depends on tireless catching, which he utilizes to smother his rival's hostile moves. Astoundingly refs turn a visually impaired eye to his strategies, shunning giving punishments or admonitions. Tank express take a gander at Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney. Then take a gander at my battle versus Ryan in the event that Ryan looked any changed. He presumably looked more terrible versus Haney greater, a lot more slow. He just hit him with a similar punch. I told everyone a snare, a snare, a snare. Devin was sitting not too far off to be gotten with a snare. Tank puts forward the viewpoint that ensuing warriors Haney sees at 40 will take advantage of the propensities he displayed in his loss to Ryan. All along Haney's down has held on to these defect actions, yet he evaded by to a great extent. Inconspicuous his restricted openness to imposing rivals preceding Ryan was obvious. Vasily Lomachenko remained as his sole eminent enemy, while his loss to Lomo was clear. The choice gave to Haney by the adjudicators started contention. Tank added, and they were discussing this person as pound for pound. Come on, he's junk, he's garbage. His guard of Garcia highlights a more extensive distrust inside the boxing local area in regards to the treatment of DAR testing conventions and the depiction of competitors in the media. His vocal help for Garcia challenges the common account, as well as features the intricacies and debates intrinsic in proficient boxing. Then again, Gervonta mixed contention with his new comments on Claressa Safeguards looks, igniting reaction from various fans across virtual entertainment stages. Everything started when Safeguards posted a proclamation on X saying that Tank had pessimistic affections for Devin Haney. She tweeted Tank simply could do without Devin Haney, and it shows in his underlying reaction to the piece. Davis communicated his dislike for the fantasy. He said, I could do without you, Devin, and most of all of you currently. What's up? One individual in the remarks segment taunted Safeguards and concurred with Tank. The fan said, at long last, somebody said it. God, she's truly obscure too. Accordingly, Davis offered a decrying expression in regards to the gold medalist's appearance at the Olympics. He said I would be to look the way that she looks. Numerous EX clients communicated their conflict with Davis post. In the remarks region, the 29-year-old articulation was considered horrible by one individual. The fan said that is somewhat mean. An alternate individual voiced their disturbance at seeing two of their number one fighters contend via web-based entertainment. The man said my two top picks are battling. One individual proceeded to protect Safeguards in the remark segment, deriding Tank height. On a genuine note regarding the matter of looks, you are no model. I could do without Claressa, yet you are